In Mark chapter 15, verses 1 to 15, we see Jesus on trial. I'd like us today to reflect on the people in this passage and think, could this ever be us? First, the religious leaders. They've had enough of Jesus, his increasing popularity, his speaking out against them, and most definitely what they saw as his blasphemy, his offending God. They want him gone, permanently. But they don't have the authority to impose the death sentence. For that, they need the Roman authorities. Pontius Pilate couldn't care less about religious squabbles unless they were a threat to the status quo. Blasphemy, what was that to him? But the religious leaders, they know he will care about someone claiming to be king of the Jews. Someone claiming to be king, that could lead to all sorts of political trouble. When the gathered crowd begin to ask Pilate to release a prisoner, as was the custom at Passover, he decides to give them the choice. Do you want me to release for you the king of the Jews? The religious leaders stir up the crowd and they call for Barabbas to be released. Barabbas, a Jewish rebel, a zealot determined to stop at nothing to bring about his vision of God's kingdom. He wanted to defeat Rome by Rome's means, violence to meet violence. And the crowd. The crowd choose war over peace, hatred instead of love. How sadly familiar does that sound? How marred is our history by our choice to wage war rather than pursue peace? At the centre of it all is Jesus. Mark tells us he answers Pilate only once. Are you the king of the Jews? You say so. For every other allegation, he is silent. He knows there is nothing he can say that can change anything now. His path is clear. He knows what is to come. Jesus does not. He was never going to face a fair trial. The religious leaders will use any tactic to see him gone. Pilate would do anything to maintain Roman status quo. And the crowd, they want a man of violence, not of peace. How Deep the Father's Love for Us by Stuart Townsend has these words. Behold the man upon a cross, my sin upon his shoulders. Ashamed I hear my mocking voice call out among the scoffers. It was my sin that held him there until it was accomplished. Do our voices still mock all Jesus brought to offer? Do we accuse him of being someone he is not? Do we not like it when he challenges the status quo? Do we choose the way of resistance instead of his way of peace? Do we still today put Jesus unfairly on trial? Jesus came to accomplish what humanity could not. We must all be wary of judging him by our flawed worldly expectations.